So do you also use Facebook lead ads to get more leads for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to register Facebook leads for WebinarJam sessions. So over here I'm running a business and we use Facebook lead ads to get more leads for our business. And now what I want is that whenever someone registers from Facebook lead ad, I want to register them into a webinar session. So I am offering a free webinar to all my Facebook leads. So to do this, whenever I'm just going to receive a new lead, I'm just going to simply create a registrant in WebinarJam. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and WebinarJam. And we're going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So as you know, in this video I'll show you how to automatically create a connection between Facebook lead ads and WebinarJam. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we're going to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and WebinarJam. But before we move on further and create this connection, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a platform, or you can say is a space where users share their ideas, solutions, workflow tips and doubts. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance because we have experts in this. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to move on further and I'm just going to create this automation. For that, I'm just going to go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And over here, we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is going to open all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So we have two options, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is modern, faster, flexible, and this is ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is a stable and familiar approach and ideal for those who want a tried and tested setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm just going to use this new one, so I'm just going to go towards this select of the new one. Now I'm just going to simply enter the workflow name right over here, which is register Facebook leads for WebinarJam sessions. And now I'm just going to select the folder in which I want to save my workflow, which is automations. So on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. And if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations, and click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So you must be wondering, where are actions? We have trigger right over here, but where is action? So to add the action, we first have to complete the trigger setup. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to go towards this add trigger right over here to add my trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to simply select it as Facebook lead ads, because what I'm using Facebook lead ads over here. Why? Because I offer a free webinar session to all my leads from Facebook. So yes, I'm just going to simply search for Facebook lead ads and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new lead instant and click on this connect. And once I'm just going to click on this connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Facebook lead ads account with Pabbly Connect, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. I haven't connected my Facebook lead ads account, so I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Facebook lead ads. And once I'm just going to click on this connect with Facebook lead ads, over here Pabbly is asking me to select the Facebook account which I want to connect. So I'm just going to simply select it. For that, I'm just going to click on this button which says continue. And once I'm just going to click on this continue, with this we have successfully connected our Facebook lead ads account with Pabbly Connect. So easy, right? And now it is asking me to select the page name and the lead gen form. So as you can see, the name of my page is Digital Dynamics. So I'm just going to select the same right over here, which is Digital Dynamics. And now I'm just going to simply select the form right over here. The form is, so over here you're going to see that I can't see all of my forms. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go towards this refresh fields. And once I'm just going to refresh the fields, over here you're going to see all the forms have appeared. Alright, so if you can't see the forms, you can simply go towards this refresh fields button right from here. Now I'm just going to simply select the form for which I want to create this automation. So I want to create this automation only for a particular form, so I've selected the same. If you want to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can simply select all lead gen forms too. And after selecting the page name and the form, I'm just going to simply click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So we have to do a test submission in order to capture this webhook response. And for that, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for Meta for developers. So I'm just going to search for Meta for developers right over here, and then I'm just going to open the landing page of Meta for developers. And after opening Meta for developers, I'm just going to go towards this resources and then developer tools. And after coming over here towards this developer tools, I'm just going to scroll and look for lead ads RTO debug tool, and I'm just going to open it. And once I'm just going to open this lead ads testing tool, over here I'm just going to select the same page and the form which we selected during our workflow creation. Alright, so I'm just going to simply select the page right over here, which is Digital Dynamics, and then I'm just going to simply select the form and click on this preview form. And as you can see that I've simply entered all of these details, and I'm just going to click on this continue and then submit. And once I'm just going to click on this submit, it is saying thanks, you are all set. So with this we have successfully did the test submission. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my workflow, and as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the webhook response right over here. These are the exactly same details which we entered during a test submission. Over here you're going to see the service of interest, the best time to contact, the first name, last name, email address and the phone number, also the company name. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now I'm just going to move in further, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply create a registrant for the same details in my WebinarJam account. So to do this, I'm just going to simply go towards this button which says add new action step, and now for the action application, I'm just going to simply select it as WebinarJam. So I'm just going to search for WebinarJam, and then I'm just going to simply select it right from here. So WebinarJam is a web-based platform designed for hosting, managing and broadcasting the live webinars. Its known feature for user-friendly interface like video, audio streaming and screen sharing, interactive chat and automated emails and follow-ups. And I also use WebinarJam to host the webinars. And now what I want is that whenever we receive a new lead from Facebook, I'm just going to offer them a free webinar. For that also, I'm just going to use WebinarJam. So I've simply selected my action application as WebinarJam right over here. And now for the action event, I'm just going to simply select it as register a person to webinar and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between WebinarJam and Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection, and it is asking me for the API key. And how are we going to get this API key? For that, I'm just going to simply open my WebinarJam account. So what you have to do is you simply have to go towards this left end of the site towards this webinars, and after coming over here towards this webinars, you have to go towards this advanced option right from here, and then towards this API custom integration, and over you're going to see the API key. So you can simply copy this API key, and now I'm just going to simply paste it right over here in this workflow. And after pasting this, I'm just going to click on this button which says save, and once I'm just going to click on this save, it is saying connection saved successfully. And now it is asking me for the webinar, so I'm just going to simply select the webinar right over here. Now it is asking me for the first name, last name and the rest of the details. So one by one, I'm just going to enter all of these details. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply enter the first name right over here. So I'm just going to look for the first name, and then I'm just just going to simply map it. So over here, I'm just going to map the first name, not enter it manually by typing it like this, because I want to turn this field dynamic. Alright, so you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Facebook lead ads as our trigger application. So I'm just going to simply enter the details from the response of my trigger application only. So I'm just going to simply map this first name, then I'm just going to simply map the last name too. So I'm just going to search for last name and map it, and then I'm just going to map this email address too right over here. And now for the schedule, I'm just going to simply select the date and time and move on further. Now it is asking me for the phone, country code and the phone number. So if you wish to enter this, you can simply map it. So you can simply look for phone number right over here and map it, but over here you're going to see that the country code and the phone number are coming together. So what you can do is you can simply save it right from here, go back towards this, and now between this trigger and action, you can add one more action step. So you can simply go towards this add new action step. For the action application, you can select number formatter, which is a feature by Pabbly. And what you can do is you can simply format the phone number by going towards this action event, which is format phone number. You can go towards this connect right from here. You have to simply map the phone number right over here, and then over here you have to select the format. So over here I'm just going to create this automation only for India. So I'm just going to select the format as national right over here and keep this as static. Now for the country code, I'm just going to simply enter the Indian country code and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, over here is the phone number without the country code. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply map this phone number without the country code right over here. I'm just going to map it from the response of number formatter, and then for the phone number country code, I'm just going to enter the code manually, because as I've already mentioned, I'm creating automation, which is this automation only for Indian audience. And now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, it is saying status success. And this success means that we have successfully registered our new lead into our webinar. Alright, so to check this, I'm just going to open my WebinarJam account, and now from the left hand of the side, I'm just going to go towards this registrants. And after coming over here towards this registrants, I'm just going to go towards this button which says go, and we're going to see my new lead. You're going to see the first name, the last name, the phone country code, the phone number and the email address. So yes, you can see that we have successfully registered this new lead from Facebook in our webinar, and with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now whenever I'm just going to receive a new lead from Facebook lead ads, automatically that lead will be registered in my webinar. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this video and this workflow too. And now you don't have to come back in again to this workflow to click on save and send test request. All of this is going to happen in backend, and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just simply attach the workflow link in the description box below, so you can also access my workflow. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.